Good morning. It is 6:20, May 27th, and I just woke up from a 1-hour nap in this beautiful vehicle. I dropped off the Tesla last night at my buddy's shop around 11 o'clock. We got to talk a little bit and catch up, and he was supposed to give me a Jaguar for the rest of the week while they work on the Tesla. And while we were driving around, we realized that that car was not going to be the most reliable car for the week. It started to have some power issues. Air conditioner was not doing the best job, especially how summer is upon us, and I definitely need a solid AC all day. And then after about 20 minutes, it started to say coolant is low, and it shouldn't have been, so he suspected there must be a leak. So we went back to the shop, we dropped that off, and then I ended up in a patrol for the rest of the week, which I'm super happy about. Yeah, stoked to be driving this all week. I will walk you around the car. It's a Nismo, beautiful. It does need to be washed, which I will get done as soon as I finish with my first thing on the agenda for the day. So why did I nap in the car? So by the time I finished in Sharjah, by the way, it was 3:30, and I have to go to the DLD office when they open, which is 7:30 a.m. And for me to drive all the way back to Marina and then drive back to Deira, that's where the office is, it just didn't make sense, especially if you know anything about driving towards Deira. There's always traffic there, and I would have lost 2 hours. So instead of giving up, sacrificing 2 out of 3 hours that I had remaining, I decided to pull over, close to the DLD office, respond to some emails, and then eventually take a quick nap before I start the day. So why am I going to the DLD office? Great question. So before leaving the previous company I was with, I put together a Form F for a seller. And seller and buyer then decided that, okay, like we're not gonna do this transaction, so let's cancel the Form F. Unfortunately, I had no way of logging back into my broker's portal to cancel that Form F, and I was hoping that it would expire on its own before the seller found another buyer. It didn't. It's supposed to expire in about 2 weeks, a week and a half, and the seller is selling the property to someone else now, and the Form F somehow has to be canceled, and I still don't have access to my broker's portal because with the new office, it's gonna take another week or so before I get my visa, which means I will not have my Rero access, etc. So the trustee office told me that the best way of dealing with this is to go to the DLD office in person and ask them to send the cancellation to both the buyer and the seller, and then the seller can move on. So that's what we're gonna do. That is the first thing we're gonna do. Then if that goes through, I'm gonna have to go to the trustee office because I have a friend who's getting rid of a property, and they gave me full POA because he's not going to be able to be present for the actual transaction, and I'm supposed to take payment on his behalf, which is great trust, and I am honored to have friends like this. Anyway, so hopefully that transaction goes through. I take the payment on his behalf, and then I'm gonna have to wire to him wherever he needs it to go. Oh, exciting stuff. Oh my god, I gotta wash my face and fully wake up. On Thursday, which is in 2 days, which means I have to get a haircut and get ready. In 2 days, I have to record a 30-second commercial that I'll be running on an Iranian satellite channel for the next month. I bought a package. They're gonna show my face 6 times a day for a whole month, which is super exciting. Iranians currently are top 5 buyers with almost every developer that there is. So in order to get a piece of that pie, I have to put myself in front of them, because currently I don't have a lot of Iranian clients from Iran. Just here and there referral business, but I gotta get a piece of that bigger pie. Yeah, let's walk around the car, see if we can find a place to wash my face and freshen up, clean this car before I bump into anybody important. Oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it, but it's got the beautiful star ceiling or rooftop. Beautiful morning and beautiful Nismo. Let's go around the back. You know what? I should probably do a whole walk around of this vehicle in case someone does scratch it up. I don't want to be held responsible. It's so big. Speaking of scratches, look at that big damage. But it's beautiful. I've got a funny story to share, and I'm trying not to get my apartment as much as possible because I've got dirty dishes, got clean laundry waiting for me to put it away. It's a disaster in here. I've got the TV in the living room just because I tend to work on the couch instead of the bed. And okay, back to my story. So I dropped off the Tesla last week to have them do some work on it. A couple of days ago, they called me saying, hey, it's ready. They sent me like a video of all the issues resolved. One of them was the charging issue that I was having. And he basically plugged it in, gets in the car, and it's charging, all good. So I drive all the way to Sharjah, pick up the car, we grab dinner, me and the mechanic people, because we're kind of friends now. And I end up getting to Marina, that's where I'm staying now, around 3 a.m. And I found one of those like DWA chargers nearby. So what I did was, because I was low on charge, let me decline this call, I decided to just plug it in for a couple of minutes. I plug it in, and all of a sudden the machine turns off. I was like, that's weird. I look at the time and it's exactly 3 a.m. I'm like, okay, maybe they shut down the system between 3 and 4 or whatever for maintenance and whatnot. So I didn't think much of it. Went home, went to work the next day, and around noon, I decided to go charge the vehicle now before it leaves me somewhere stranded. I go somewhere, they have like 10 different chargers side by side. I plug mine in and I say, poof, the fuse blows up and all the chargers turn off. So I called them, I called the number on there and I'm like, what's going on? I'm trying to charge my car and it's not working. None of the chargers are working. Those poor people who had plugged in their car, had gone shopping, thinking by the time they get back it's gonna be a full charge. No, not if I have something to say about that. Anyway, so they came, they were like, they opened up the panel, they're looking at it, they're making calls. Another guy came up, like 3 engineers were like trying to resolve the issue. And on the phone I could hear them being like, it should be working, all the lights are on, all the fuses are on, but there's no power. So I was like, forget this, it's taking too long. Now, if you know anything about the Tesla, you can adjust how much power it draws. So the maximum is 48 amps at these chargers, and I reduced it all the way down to 5 amps. Like, okay, if there is an issue, let me just go charge for at least an hour at like the lowest setting possible. I go to another level with another 10 chargers. I plug it in, it's a poof, same thing. And that is when I decided it's better if I just drive away. Now, I didn't cause any big damages because my mechanic friend was saying these fuses have like they're pre-programmed, so they stay off for like a very long time, half an hour before they turn the power back on. That's good news. Anyway, so I start driving towards Sharjah and I call them. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get there. Eventually I pulled over because I was at 0 kilometers left on the tank, and he sent a tow truck or recovery, they call them here. I went to Sharjah with the recovery vehicle and I grabbed the patrol again. So I've been driving the patrol over the weekend, which I am really enjoying. It's a little difficult to park it because it's a heavy, big vehicle, but I like it. I think gas vehicles do a lot better here in Dubai with the heat and everything, right? So that's that. Contemplating going to Toronto end of this month, June, to do a roadshow. Just sit up here, do a roadshow. Granted, it's just not enough time for me to schedule enough people to attend this webinar or seminar or whatever I decide to do with it, or one-on-one sessions. So I'm trying to reach out to some agents that I know that might have some potential clients that they could bring with them. But that's not 100% yet. I'm gonna give myself a couple of more days before I purchase a ticket. That's the most exciting stuff that has happened recently. I've been selling some units, which I will include in my quarter report. That's it.